Hello everyone, it's Tom here. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can quickly and easily factorize quadratic equations. So rule number one, if you were to factorize a quadratic equation like this, that has got common factors among the three terms, you want to take that common factor out. In this case, it's 2. And once you've done that, you can factorize the second part. Okay, so that's rule number one. You want to do that first. Okay, so in the rest of the video, I'm going to run through a few more examples, assuming that you've already done that. Okay, so firstly, the first equation, just keep it nice and simple. It's x squared plus 8x plus 16. Okay, so first thing, what you need to do is to write out two brackets, because we've got x squared, and factorizing them into two separate brackets, it must look like this. But we don't know what signs we'll have in those two brackets, and we don't know what numbers that go in them. Okay, so next what we need to do is look at the coefficient of the square term and the last term. So in this case, we've got 1 and we've got 16. Okay, we multiply them together and we get 16. Okay, next we need to figure out what two numbers, if you multiply them together, you get 16. Okay, so to get 16, it could be 1 times 16, could be 2 times 8, could be 4 times 4. Yeah, okay. Now, to figure out which one we need, these two numbers would also need to give you, either by adding them up together or taking the difference between them, we need to get 8, which is the coefficient of the second term. So if it's 1 and 16, the best we can get is either 15 or 17, which is not 8, so it's definitely not this one. 2 and 8, so we can add them up, we get 10. We take 1 away from each other, we get 6. It could be minus 6 or plus 6, either way is wrong. 4 and 4, now we're talking, we can add them up and we get 8. Okay, so it must be this one. And since we've got a plus 8, it must be plus 4 and plus 4. Okay, so we write plus 4 here, and the equation is factorized. Okay, so let's look at something a little bit more difficult. So try x squared plus x minus 12. Okay, so 1 times 12 is 12. That is the coefficient of x squared, and that's the coefficient of the last term, the constant. Okay, forget about the sign, just multiply the number themselves. Okay, so 12. And in order to get 12, we have the option of 12 and 1, 6 and 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, so now we need to get plus 1. Okay, so 12 and 1, we can't get 1. 6, 2, we can't either. We can get 8, we can get 4. 3 and 4 are now, we can get 1. And if you want a plus 1, we're going to need a plus 4 and minus 3, right? So, just like before, factorizing them means that we've got x at the in the front, and we have plus 4 and minus 3. That's that factorized. Okay, simple to follow. Yeah. Okay, next we try something a little bit different. So 2x squared plus 7x minus 4. This one is a bit different, but the method is the same. So the coefficient of the x squared is 2, and we multiply that by 4. Again, leave the sign alone. It doesn't really matter. So 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, now to get 8 as the product, we can either do 8 times 1 or 4 times 2. What else can we do? Oh, that's about it. Okay, so next we need to try and figure out how we can get plus 7. Okay, so 8 and 1, straight away we can get plus 7. And how do we do that? We do plus 8 and minus 1, right? Okay, so this time we've got 2x squared at the beginning. So the two brackets must expand into 2x in one and x in the other. Now we've worked out that we need plus 8 and minus 1 for us to get the plus 7 in the middle. And now we've got 2x and x. This means that if we were to multiply 2x with this number that we want here, it could either be plus 8 or minus 1. And we know that we can't get minus 1, so it must be plus 8. And 2 times what is plus 8 is plus 4. And in the other bracket, we must have minus 1. So that's our answer. Okay, next we try something a little bit harder still. 6x squared plus x minus 12. Okay, again, coefficient of x squared is 6 times 12. Our last coefficient or constant is 72. Now what makes 72? 72 plus times 1, 12 times 6, 9 times 8, 3 times 24 maybe. We'll try a few first, okay? And what can we do to get plus 1? Okay, 72 and 1, unlikely. 12, 6, no. 9, 8, that's it. Okay, this is the one we want. And we want plus 9 and minus 8. Correct? Okay, next we need to write out two brackets. And this one is a little bit more complicated. We've got two ways of getting the 6. Either it could be 6 times 1, or it could be 3 times 2. Okay, let's try 6 and 1 first. Okay, now just like before, something times 6 is 9 or 8. That's not possible. So it's definitely not right. Okay? So it must be 3x and 2x. Okay? Something times 3 is 9. So that must be 3, because nothing times 3 is 8. So we need the plus 3 here. That's how we get the plus 9 in the middle. And then we have minus, something times 2 is minus 8. So that must be minus 4. So that's this equation factorized. I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, please drop me a line. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.